Hello everyone, this is Mr. Siege, and today I wanted to show you a bit more on my alt account. So I've actually been working on it a little bit, this KvK, to try out some really low skilled range commanders. So I think 5311 is what they're at, but I'll get to that in a minute. So behind you can see my crystal tech, which is pretty poor. Obviously, this is just my second account. I'm not spending anything on it at all, not even with the £5 crystal mine upgrade. So yeah, so I actually tested it out in the altar. Obviously, you've seen my crazy altar report. Well, most of you should have seen it by now. And yeah, I actually took this alt to the altar also. Now, I actually got some really decent results, and these are something I want to go through with you, because obviously I've had a lot of questions about whether 5511 would be good enough. And to be honest, it's really hard for me to tell without trying it myself. Now, I've only got T4 on this account, no T5. So let me show you what happened. Subscribe if you haven't already, and throw a like on the video. So here we are with my alt account, which is generally a farm, to be honest, mainly used as a farm. And yeah, we've been working on Margaret. Here we have her at 5411 in this instance, but she's not actually leveled up to 60 yet. And that's because I ran out of gold stars. So obviously I've not managed to put many talent points in the support tree as much as I'd want to. Obviously we really want to pick up Rejuvenate here for the extra rage and expert design talent, which obviously then it'll give you 6% attack, 6% defense and 6% health, which is really useful. So yeah, we've maxed the first skill and we're on 4 on the second skill. I actually think Margaret's second skill is better than Cordoba's second skill, so I want to get this a bit higher first. So we've got 5311 on Cordoba at the moment, so you'd think miles off being anywhere decent in the field, especially against T5, because obviously it's only 40 million power account. And check these reports out. So obviously the last report I did get defeated pretty badly. I just sort of left it there, and obviously you can see 77k to 13k, but you know, I got 260k KP to 775k, which isn't terrible for a farm account, to be honest. And literally I just let it get killed. But looking back on these other reports, I actually did really well. I did have to micromanage it a little bit more, so I actually pick the targets out. And obviously you need to be connected, but you can do that in Altar. So you want to be connected as long as possible. And so you can see here 17k to 33k, and a lot of these troops to T5. So that's 600k KP, which is really nice. And just flipping through these battles, you know, decent results, obviously, with Cordoba's AoE. And in total here, 1.2 mil KP to 500k, which was actually really nice. And these are 5, 3, 5, 4, 1, 1 commanders, you know what I mean? Really not great, but the results are pretty decent. So yeah, I'll definitely be sticking it out on the next altar as well. Hopefully work on the crystal tech a little bit more. But looking at these reports here, you know, 5511 commanders, I think you'll do a fairly decent job. Now, I've got Alex and Liu Che on this account, and Alex is maxed. Liu Che is, I think, 5551. But I couldn't imagine of getting anywhere near these reports, especially against a lot of T5 troops. So mainly in this altar, you would be fighting against T5s. So yeah, obviously looking at these reports, now I can fairly safely say that if you were to work on your ranged commanders and get them to like 5511, you're going to be quite surprised with how good they can be. Now, I think we'll look into these reports a little bit more, and I'll show you some of the actual troops in the reports. So let's take a look to see what sort of troops we've been defeating. So there we go, T5. So we've got 5k T5 kills there. And obviously this is some AoE damage. T4 in that instance. But another one here, Nevsky Justinian, someone was using, and yeah, that was T5. And we've got 600 kills on this one, again T5. Now the AoE is just doing loads of damage, really. I mean, it's not huge, it's not like my main, but you know, we're only looking at 5511 commanders. Well, we're not even at that yet. But yeah, don't get me wrong, like a couple of extra skill points on these second skills isn't going to make a huge amount of difference. But, you know, it'll be a little bit better. Now, obviously, from other videos you may have seen, I did suggest going 5515 if possible for all these commanders, because I think the last skill is a lot better than the third skill generally. Now, the only thing Margaret misses when you've got her at 5511 and not expertised is a heal. And obviously, a heal keeps her on the field a lot longer. So she's got a lot better longevity fighting. But you see, you could get that with Garja Marder. So it does make me wonder whether Garja Marder at 5551, if you're never going to max Margaret, could be a better pairing. But obviously, if you can max Margaret and Cordoba, I mean, you've seen my reports that they're crazy. So, yeah, and again, I'm just showing my crystal tech once again. It's not great, but from those reports, you probably wouldn't believe that, you know, I'm fighting against players with potentially full crystal tech. Now, I want to get on to show you my equipment on this account as well. So it's actually not terrible. So yeah, let's take a look at Margaret's equipment here. And as you can see, I've not got too bad a set. We've got 31% attack, 13.5 defense, and 13.5% health. I did get a Delane's amulet, which will help a little bit. And obviously this is the only legendary gear I've got on this account. And yeah, it's a 14.5% attack, which is really, really nice for ranged march, as I've explained before. And here's my armaments. So even my armaments actually aren't too bad. I've been opening a lot of V formation choice chests recently. And yeah, it's pretty steady. And I'll just show you my inscriptions. We've got loosed, uplifting, which is quite nice actually. A bit of extra normal damage up to 5%. Vitality just gives you an extra 3.5% health. So we've got a decent amount of health on this account, which is quite useful. And then obviously Smite, the Wielder's Troop, deals 2% more normal damage of all types, which obviously will work on ranged. And yeah, it's actually becoming a decent work in progress on this account. And I'm happy with the results so far. Obviously, I just wish I had more gold heads. Now, unfortunately, I've not got the Siege City skin on this one either. Obviously, I was an infantry main. I got this one just to help out a little bit, and yeah, I'm missing out a little bit. So I hope this video helped. And yeah, like I say, I think if you've got 5511 on these two commanders, I think you won't be too disappointed, especially running T4 on the field and getting T5 kills. I think it's really nice. Hope you enjoyed the video. Don't forget to subscribe, and bye-bye.